begun and it is less than a month to go. And making India proud, the lone woman golfer, Aditi Ashoka, who will be representing India at the Tokyo Olympics, is currently joining us live here on the broadcast. Aditi, thank you very much for taking out your time. I would want to congratulate you first up of qualifying for the second time for Olympics this time. Of course, two-time Olympic is always better than the first time. What are your thoughts this time around when you qualified?
Yeah, of course, I'm excited to be part of the Olympics again and represent women's golf. I think the last time was a bit more nerve-wracking because I was one of the last few to qualify, but this time I knew my ranking was good enough to be qualified. So yeah, I've been looking forward to it, especially even last year because it got delayed. So I've been looking forward to it for a couple of years.
So what is the difference between the 2016 Rio Games? How have you prepared in the last 4 years? Of course, the Olympics 2020 got postponed because of the pandemic to this year. But how have you qualified really for the quadrennial games?
I think the last 4 years, 5 years, I've played on the LPGA. So when I played the Olympics the first time, I was just a rookie on LET. I just finished high school, and in a couple months I played at the Olympics. But now 5 years I've been on LPGA and LET. So obviously those events have helped me qualify. And I think being on both tours and playing that much more, 5 years worth of competition is, I think, way more preparation than I had last time.
Right. So what is your primary goal as of now, especially when it comes to retaining your LPGA and LET?
Yeah, this year with everything, crammed in this summer schedule, it's been really hard to prioritize. But the Olympics was obviously my main goal, and I wanted to make sure I could be a part of that. And even if I have to miss, a couple events here and there before because of the quarantines and travel, I'm willing to do that. So I'm just going to focus on the next couple weeks that I'm getting to play, and then the Olympics, and then I worry about retaining my card on LPGA and LET after that. I do have, I think, a few tournaments on LPGA after that too, so hopefully those will count for my rankings.
Right, because as you mentioned that, a lot of crucial time that has also been lost because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and golf is really a on-field sport. So, how many weeks did you miss, and how are you going to make up for that?
Yeah, this year I came back to India in last week of April. So I was in Bangalore during that 2 months, May and June. So yeah, 2 months of lockdown where I wasn't really able to practice or play tournaments abroad. So those 2 months were definitely really hard without practice or fitness. There's only little you can do at home. So now I'm back playing in the US, hopefully, get back the momentum that I lost in a couple of months and start playing better.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, but when it comes to the preparations for Tokyo Olympics, it is just less than a month to go, and there are several precautions that one needs to take care of and to keep in mind. But moving forward, thinking about just being the first female golfer who will be representing India this time around, how big is it a responsibility for you?
I think it's really big, especially for a sport like golf, which is not popular in India. I think it's great that it's part of the Olympics, and, we have a female golfer participating, which, brings more eyes to women's golf in India. So I'm definitely excited. And the last time I played in the Olympics, I had a great show on the first 2 days, and it brought so many more eyeballs to women's golf in India. So hopefully this time I know the impact my performance can have. So I hope I have a good one and make the sport more popular.
I think I want to also know your reaction, like making it through the first wave to the 45th rank, and this has been something that has been commended by the SAI itself. So, looking at the achievements that you have, pulled through in the last 4 or 5 years, especially since the last games happened, this time around seems to be a little bigger, but of course there are more responsibilities coming your way.
Yeah, for sure. I just hope I do my best and make the country proud.
Absolutely. So how has been, your family, your support system reacting to this? Because you qualified for the second time around, you're representing India. You're the first female golfer who will be representing India this time around. So what was their initial reaction?
Yeah, of course, everyone was, really excited. I think we knew, before because of my rankings that I would get in. But of course, when the news is announced, obviously the impact is a lot more. And I think we're all excited that, I made it the second time. And to be, growing up, you don't think golf would ever be part of the Olympics. You don't think you'd get to play or be an Olympian as a golfer because it was just never part of the Olympics. So to have that opportunity now, I consider myself, very lucky and hope to do my best.
So how would you be, pushing yourself and inspiring others, especially women, to join this field? As you've mentioned that, when it comes to golf, not a very popular sport here, but something that needs to be, a lot needs to be done when it comes to creating awareness there on ground, that so more and more people can participate. Of course, it is now there in the Olympics too, and you're participating right there.
Yes, of course, because regular golf tournaments aren't really shown on TV as much, and in general the awareness about golf is it can get way bigger than it already is. So being a golfer that gets to play at the Olympics, which is the world's biggest stage, I think it brings a lot more people who've never heard about the game to learn and try and figure out what golf is, and maybe try and pick it up too. So I think that's the amazing part about the Olympics, because I didn't realize that till I competed the last time and realized how big an impact it had over people who didn't know what golf was. So I think that's probably the biggest thing this time around too. And that's part of the reason why I want to perform better too, so that it makes the sport more popular in India.
Absolutely, absolutely, Aditi. So what is your going to be 1-point mantra there as you head to Olympics? Do you have other more tournaments that will be taking place there so as to hone your skills further, to practice better before you take off for Tokyo?
Yes, definitely. I have at least 3, maybe 4 tournaments before I head to Tokyo. So hopefully just, work hard and prepare well for these 4 and try and build some good momentum heading to Tokyo.
So final thoughts on that, Aditi, before you leave for Tokyo. I mean, what is that you will be having in your mind, while reaching Tokyo, playing your game over there, the 1-point thought that you will need to keep in mind?
Probably just, enjoy the atmosphere and enjoy the experience, because you don't get to be part of the Olympics, very often. And especially with golf being in the Olympics, very rarely that gets to happen. So just soak it all in and enjoy that experience, and don't get overawed by it, but just take it all in and probably do my best.
Absolutely. Aditi, thank you very much for taking out your time. Of course, India is already proud of you and your achievements as well. And we're batting for you. We are going to be with you. The entire country will be supporting you this time around. So all the best and congratulations once again.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me.